Welcome back. We're at the point where you've submitted your client's new account application and are waiting for your clients to register and approve their new account and verify linked bank accounts. So, we are now going to experience Panorama onboarding from your client's perspective. If you chose online approval, you're setting your client up for a paperless digital client onboarding experience. Each client who is a required approver on the account will receive an activation email once you've submitted the application, generally within 5 minutes. The email includes a unique registration number that they can use to register online. Your clients will then complete the following quick and simple steps to register and approve their account. Each client listed on the account needs to enter their registration number, surname, and postcode for verification. They will then be prompted to nominate a username and password, which they'll use to access Panorama from then on. To approve the application, your clients will then log into Panorama, where they will be presented with their account application details to review. Lastly, after reviewing and accepting the terms and conditions, your client will approve the application. Note, the registration number is active for 7 days. Beyond this, Panorama support will need to be contacted to have a new number reissued. And registration is only required if your clients are new to Panorama. If they are already a Panorama client and you use the existing function on the application, they don't need to re-register and will approve their new account by simply signing into Panorama using their current username and password. If you went down the offline approval path, all the required approvers will have signed and printed the application form. You would have uploaded the signed form onto Panorama, opening the account and activating it within a few minutes. Your clients will then receive a registration email containing a unique registration number, like the online process, within about 5 minutes. They can use this number to register if they wish to access their Panorama account and benefit from online features like linking bank accounts and other digital efficiencies such as digital consent. Registration does require internet access. However, clients can choose not to register. This won't affect their account as it has already been activated when the signed application form was uploaded to Panorama. However, it does mean that they won't be able to view their account or benefit from the smart functionality that Panorama has to offer. Similar to the online process, the registration number is active for 7 days. Next, new linked bank accounts require one-off verification as a security measure to enable direct debit deposits to Panorama. This has to be completed by the client. Whilst direct debit is convenient, there is the potential for direct debit fraud. This is often associated with identity theft, where the scammer gains access to bank account information by posing as the victim and then uses the account until the owner notices. This can result in significant financial damage. Prior to introducing the linked account verification security measure, BT Panorama was not immune to attempted fraud. So, the existence of this process should give clients and advisors alike comfort that Panorama has a secure anti-fraud process in place. There are 2 parts to linking external bank accounts: approval and verification. The verification process is triggered after approval has been given and the account has been activated. During online approval, this occurs when the required clients on the account have completed the online approval. During offline approval, this occurs when the signed application form is uploaded to Panorama by the advisor. A 3-step verification process is then triggered. Step 1. BT will deposit 1 cent into the client's bank account, which will appear within 1 to 2 business days with a verification code in the transaction description. Step 2. Your client can then use online or phone banking to retrieve the verification code from the transaction description and move to step 3, where they will then log into Panorama, navigate to Accounts and Billers, and under Verify Linked Account, enter the code, completing the process. The linked account is now securely verified and activated for direct debits. Now, there are a few valuable points you can position with your clients to set them up for a good experience. As I just mentioned, the verification process is a security mechanism to protect linked accounts from attempted fraud. The verification code is valid for 10 days. Once the code expires, your client will be able to request a new code via the Panorama desktop, which will trigger a new 1 cent deposit with a new verification code. This 1 cent verification process is only to enable the use of direct debit. Our analytics show that less than 30% of verified linked accounts have actually used direct debit. Clients don't need to complete the 1 cent verification if they are only going to use the linked account to receive payments, or if they're going to utilize other deposit methods, such as direct credit and BPay, which also make faster deposits without any clearance delay. Linking bank accounts can also be done after the account has been opened, which we'll cover in a later course. There's a lot of support available to you to help guide your clients through registration, approval, and verifying linked accounts. You can access the Panorama Help and Support page that has instructions on how to easily navigate these steps. There are also quick reference guides available for you to share with your clients. Contact BT Panorama Support or your Business Development Manager for a copy of the Activating Your Account and Verifying Your Linked Accounts flyers. And that is the Panorama onboarding experience from the eyes of your client. Pretty straightforward. So you should now have good insight on how to incorporate positioning and supporting your clients through the Panorama onboarding experience into your implementation process. Join me in the next video where we summarize some of the tips and traps that help make a good onboarding experience great. See you then.